neighborhoods, while only 20 minutes in other areas yesterday. LeBron said, quote, everyone talking about how do we fix this? They say go out and vote. What about asking if how we vote is also structurally racist? Shannon, what do you make of this?
Well, he makes a very good point because my home state, what happened yesterday can't happen.
No.
Can you imagine if this happened on Super Tuesday, Skip, the presidential election, and this were to happen? People would absolutely, you talking about another riot, Skip.
Has it happened before and we weren't aware of it?
What happened was, Skip, is that voter suppression, and what we mean by voter suppression is any act, be it legal or illegal, to try to deter voters from either registering to vote or actually voting. Well, Skip, if I got to wait 4 or 5 hours to vote now, I don't know if you noticed this, Skip, it gets really hot in Georgia in June.
Sticky hot.
Yes.
Yep.
And the last thing, and you're talking about the pandemic is still going on. So now you're outside, you're in the heat, you got a mask on for 3, 4 hours, and you hear stories where the machines aren't working, the machines weren't turned on, huh? And this is in predominantly black neighborhoods. They say, well, we get in our car and we go to the white neighborhood to vote, and it's just in and out. Everybody knows that Atlanta and the surrounding counties are heavily black. The Cobb County is 55%. That's why in Atlanta, the mayor, we've only had black mayors for the last 40 years. It started, Skip, in 2018 when 700,000 new voters registered. 700,000. You don't think 700,000 voters can swing a state? Absolutely. Now, it was funny because in the last, I think it was 2018, the governor's race with Brian Kemp, he ended up winning. Skip, how you Secretary of State and you oversee the election when things like this going on? Skip, how am I gonna be playing in the game and I'm gonna be the scorekeeper? I mean, I might or might not add or take away some points from somebody. I just might do that.
Yep.
So this is you can't have this, Skip. And we know, don't let Chief Justice Roberts, don't let him fool you. He votes every once in a while, Skip, he'll go with the liberals. 540 is like, oh, he's very unpartisan. No, he's very partisan. Because he struck down, I think it was 2013, Skip, he's the one that said, because of the current climate. Basically what he said is that racism is not like it was in 65, or I think 65. We don't have to worry about this. And he struck down a lot of the parameters that were put in place to ensure that black people would not have to go through what they were going through. The literacy test, obviously they don't do literacy tests, but poll tax or things of that nature. And then they started gerrymandering. They started redrawing the districts. They think they slick, but they not, Skip. And that's why we need to vote because, you know, state representative, they draw the districts. So we got to make sure they don't be drawing the districts in their favor.
Okay.
But yeah, of course, absolutely, Skip, this is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable.
I would like to think that just way more black people turned out to vote than white people. Is that possible? Is that why there were longer lines? Because there was just huge black voter turnout?
That could be the case, Skip, but that doesn't explain why the machines weren't working and why the machines weren't even turned on. And at all the majority of the black locations, this was the impact that was being felt.
And I hated to hear it. It's like you needed to bring a lawn chair to sit on.
Come on, Skip, come on, for voting.
Whew. No, wrong. Which brings me back to your man, LeBron James. This is when LeBron James, to me, is at his greatest. This is when I applaud him and laud him like never before. He has turned into the greatest superstar watchdog that we've ever had. It's like he has a second job, just eyes open, watching.
Yes.
And when he sees racial injustice, he pounces.
Yep.
And he has such a strong following, Twitter, IG, whatever. He's on all the platforms. Huge following.
Yes.
All it takes is one tweet, one little IG post, and all of a sudden he opens millions of eyes and ears.
Yep.
Aha! Correct. It's not like he's out there uncovering, but if he sees it uncovered, sometimes he experiences something.
And a lot of people was tweeting it, Skip.
That's
they were
what I'm
tweeting
saying.
it and posting it like, this is ridiculous.
But a lot of people can't have the impact that that guy has.
No.
Because when he tweets it, that's when I always tell you, I wait for him. If he says, then I say, uh-oh, this is serious. This is a big deal because he has taken that upon himself as his responsibility, not just to the black community, to this country.
Yep.
I'm on top of it. I got you. let's see let's get to the bottom of it
Absolutely.
before Super Tuesday, because as you point out, we need to make sure what system is in place. As he said, are we sure about the system? Is it not sort of racially rigged? Right?
Right. Because it's Skip, that's why they put all these parameters in place. Is because, to discourage the black from voting. Skip, if I got to wait 5 or 6 hours, I understand that's my right and that's my civic duty, but Skip, 6 hours, 3, 4 hours, that's